I'm Becky, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about common thrifting errors and how to avoid them. If you know them, you can prevent them and learn to thrift like a pro. If this sounds like your kind of thing, then please like and subscribe and let's get straight into it. Number one is being seduced by a brand or a label. Case in point, let's start with a clanger I made a couple of months ago. Here we have, I'm going to try and show you without showing you the label. It's kind of difficult. So we've got this sort of shapeless, boxy blazer. It's got massive shoulder pads. It's made with a cheap material. I don't particularly like the feel of it. The lining's okay, but it's nothing amazing. We've got some big plastic black buttons. I would normally just skip straight past this. It isn't my cup of tea. It's too plain. It's too shapeless, blah, 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 blah. What caught my eye was the label, Balenciaga. I saw the name and it was like a klaxon went off in my head. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, that's not the sound klaxon makes. A klaxon makes. Never mind. It's like an alarm went off in my head. Balenciaga, high-end label, you must buy this. And then common sense went out the window. I don't like the item. I bought something I don't like and I won't wear because I thought it was a high-end label. Now, if I'd have been a bit calmer and a bit more rational, I would have seen that it says Balenciaga Paris. Now, Balenciaga is a Spanish brand, so of course they've got branches in Paris, I'm certain of that. But I think that would have made me pause because it doesn't seem quite right. I also would have noticed that the label is off centre, not securely attached, and just generally the item's a bit rubbish. So my advice to you off the back of my mistake would be ask yourself two questions. Do I genuinely like this item or am I buying it just because it's a well-known brand? Will I actually wear this item or am I buying it just because it's a well-known brand or label? Hopefully you'll learn from my mistake and you will exercise a bit more caution and a bit more rationality when this situation occurs for you. Number two is buying something just because it's a bargain. I'm going to take you back to the heady days of my first charity shop shopping. I found a really beautiful Karen Millen dress for £6.49. It was a little fitted dress, little cap sleeves, a rust colour with a brocade pattern. It was so pretty, really lovely dress. And it was £6.49, so it was a bargain, and I bought it. However, what I didn't consider was that it didn't really fit my style at the time. I was much more kind of casual and almost grungy, I suppose. And I didn't have any jackets or coats that I could throw over the top of it that would look like a nice outfit. And I didn't go anywhere where I would actually need to wear the dress, so it didn't fit my lifestyle either. So I bought it because it was a bargain, but even a bargain is a waste of money if you're never going to wear the item. Number three, indecision. Love it or leave it. So my example of this is 2 months ago, I think, I went into a charity shop and I was looking for a men's shirt, just to kind of throw over dresses, throw over jeans, whatever. And I wanted autumn colours. I was looking for orange, browns, that kind of thing. And I found the absolute perfect colours. It was a checked shirt, lots of different oranges, lots of different browns. It was really beautiful. And I ummed and ahed over it for ages because it was a small and I'd been looking for a medium and it was normal cotton and I was looking for brushed cotton. So I wanted a really kind of cosy, warm, snuggly shirt to wear. So I picked it up, I wandered around the charity shop, I put it back, then I picked it up again and I kept thinking, oh, do I want it, do I want it, do I want it? And in the end I left it. The next day I ended up going back into the same, I ended up going back into the same charity shop and it had gone, so someone else had snapped it up and that kind of took the decision out of my hands. And for a few weeks after, I felt really annoyed with myself for not getting it. But what has helped me is remembering the reasons I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it because it was the wrong size, and I didn't buy it because it was the wrong material. Yes, the colour was great, fine, but there were reasons I left it, and that was the right decision. So my advice is always think about the reasons you left something. If you didn't love it at the time, you left it for a reason. Remember those reasons, and it will take the sting away. Number four, only buying statement standalone pieces. Now, we all know charity shops are an absolute goldmine for quirky, striking, one-off pieces that no one else has. That's why we love them. However, it's very easy to wake up one day and go to your wardrobe and find that's all you've got. lots of quirky, striking standalone pieces that don't match and you can't put an outfit together. Buy statement pieces, of course, but stick to the pieces that you truly love and that go with things that you already have in your wardrobe. So maybe they have the same colour palette, maybe they're a similar style, but think of cohesion. Cohesion is key and it's what makes everything match. Number 5 is not checking the label. So charity shops carry a lot of fast fashion brands, and I personally am not that keen on buying fast fashion secondhand for the same price that someone bought it brand new. Also, as you will know, fast fashion quality isn't that great, so always check the label so you know what you're buying. Number 6 is neglecting certain areas of the shop. I picked up one of my favourite pairs of jeans. They're high-waisted, they're skinny, they're lovely, great wash. I picked up my favourite pair of skinny jeans from the men's section because they were women's jeans that had been put in the men's section by mistake. So by going through all the sections, you can sometimes find something that's been placed in the wrong section. I guess that's kind of rare because most of the time things are put in the right section. But there is another point linked to this, that if you go to all the sections, you start widening your scope, I suppose, and you pick up things that you might not have been looking for that you actually find you really like. So men's shirts, for example. Obviously in my last thrift haul, I talked through some brushed cotton thermal shirts that I picked up. I really love those, and I would never have considered them if I hadn't started looking through the men's section. The old tactile thing, I felt the material, I thought, oh, that's really nice. I like the pattern, like the colour. If I hadn't have checked the men's section, I never would have found them. And you can also pick up some great tees if you're looking at men's rather than women's. Maybe I should retitle this to check the men's section, but I think it holds true for everything. If you're looking in sections you don't normally check, you're going to find things you don't normally find. So it's definitely worth having a look. This next one is splurging on something that's way outside your comfort zone. This is not to be confused with trying something new. Charity shops sometimes have more expensive pieces, and splashing out on them seems like a good idea at the time because it's something new, it's something exciting, something very different for you. But this one ultimately is about forking out money for something you know deep down you're never going to wear. Evolving your style slowly and dipping your toe in is the best way to avoid expensive mistakes. My favourite, foal, fear of leaving empty-handed. This is where you so desperately want to spend that you will buy something, anything, not to leave empty-handed. Instead of waiting for another day and finding something that you truly love, you'll buy the best of a bad bunch. And this is kind of dangerous because anything can look good if what you're comparing it to is not that great. So you really do need to ask yourself, do I genuinely love this item? And compare it to things that you've got in your wardrobe at home that you really love. How does it stack up against them? Do you love it as much, or actually in reality, is it just not that great? Only buy things that you love and that will go with other things in your wardrobe already. Don't succumb to the fear of leaving empty-handed. Okay, I hope that you found that helpful and that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe for more thrifting content. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Charity shops carry a lot of fast fashion? Charity shops carry a lot of fast fashion. I really struggle with this. Fast fashion brands.